Baldur's Gate 3 has released, and with it comes an expansive character creator. I mean, this is actually insane. In today's video, we're going to go over all the details and the nuances within the character creator so you can create the character of your dreams. Whether or not you've played Baldur's Gate or Dungeons & Dragons before, we'll break down everything you need to know. If you found this video helpful, make sure to drop a like. If you're new to the channel and dig the content, make sure to subscribe. We cover gaming news, glitches, guides, a whole lot of things. I'm hoping you'll get just as much information out of this shorter video as you would a 15-minute video. So step 1 is to make the decision whether you want to have a custom character with no backstory or a set character that has a history and a backstory already. So if you create a custom character, the only reactions the world will have to you are based on things that you may do in the world, not your past. If you have one of these origin characters that has a backstory, it's kind of like you're playing Arthur Morgan in Red Dead Redemption 2, except this is crazy and you can have sex with a bear. A good middle ground is the Dark Urge origin character, which is a custom character that you can make, and there's a mysterious backstory with it. That's what I went with anyways. Later on in the game, every character's class and stats can be respec'd, but the origin character's look will never change and their backstory won't change. You can review the origin story by clicking on them and clicking play introduction to get some details about it. Don't think you're missing out a whole lot if you play a custom character versus one with a backstory, because you will likely run into a number of those characters that have the backstory and learn a lot more about them, just not as much as you would if you actually played them. The game definitely encourages replayability, that's for sure. So we've taken a look at origins, let's take a look at race. Race determines, of course, what you look like, how NPCs react to you in the world, are they nice to you, are they mean to you, different dialogue options available, what weapons and armor that you can use, starting abilities, spells, and things that you get when you're leveling up, as well as proficiencies in different skills, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Another important part about races are racial features. Some of them are unique to a specific race, and some of them are shared across other races and classes, so make sure you create your character accordingly, complementing what you want to do. And of course, the different races have different things that you can customize in their different skills. For example, if you're a half-elf, you can go ahead and customize the half-elf cantrip right here if you'd like. Customize the sub-race as well, or whatever you see fit. Versus if you're a dwarf, you can go ahead and customize the sub-race and fighting style. So take a look at the races that you're interested in and customize them to the playing style that you want. We'll talk about spells and cantrips in a little bit. Once you've selected your origin and your race, you can go ahead and edit your appearance. You can do that at any point during the character creation though. There are a lot of customization options, from the identity to the voice to the face to various scarring, different skin colors, and things that would kind of surprise you. So we've got our origin, we've got our race and sub-race if relevant. Now we're going to move on to classes. So let's talk about classes. These impact how the character is spec'd, as well as various proficiencies. Those are also impacted by subclasses. There's 12 classes in total, and there's over 40 subclasses, although they are not always available from level 1. As you see, for example, the monk does not have any subclass, but if I go to the warlock has a number of different subclasses right from level 1, so some you have to unlock later. Classes and subclasses also affect dialogue options within the game. Another thing that's within classes and subclasses are things called cantrips, as well as spells. If you're familiar with Dungeons & Dragons, well, you already know what these are. If you're not, an easy way to explain them are cantrips are level 0 spells that you can use as many times as you want, and spells have various limitations to how many times you can use them, and different parameters. If we take a quick look here, this one turn, this one, 5 minutes. So we've gone ahead and selected our origin, our race and sub-race if relevant, and we selected our class and subclass if relevant. Now we're going to select our background. Our background gives us proficiency perks. Now, one note, if those skills listed here overlap with the skills that you have gained from the class or race, you won't get them stacked. You'll just have it canceled out, and you'll only get the one. So make sure you're selecting things that complement each other well. When I say proficiencies, you may be in situations where you have to roll a 20-sided dice, and you have to beat a certain number. If you get 6 and you have a proficiency in a skill, level 1 will give you +2. You would add that 2 to that 6 to give 8 in total, and if that beat that number you need to beat, well, you win. Every 4 levels you get +1 as well. The next section is abilities. Now there are recommended options here. I would recommend messing around with it to make sure it matches exactly what you're looking for. A couple quick notes. 10 is the default, so if that dice gets rolled and it's 10, it's just whatever that number is. There's no plus or minus. If you run your mouse over here, you can see +0 to charisma checks. If we reduce this, and you see wisdom is +0, and we increase this to 12, we'll see +1. If we increase it to 11, we still see +0. So it works in increments of 2, and you want things to have even numbers. You can also change where the bonus points are assigned, because we have +2 and +1. We can do +2 here, we can do +1 there if we want, but we're not going to do that. And finally, you can update your skill proficiencies. If you click change right here, you can see the various skill proficiencies and the modifiers associated with them and how they impact the game. You can reassign where you would like some bonus points if you choose to. And when you're done, you would click confirm. And just like that, you've created your character in Baldur's Gate. You can go back and change anything that you might want to. You can see a summary of everything to the right. Run your mouse over anything if you're unsure of what it actually means or impacts. And the last step would be to hit proceed and name your character. And then you're ready to go in your adventure in Baldur's Gate 3. If you're looking for a specific build video, stay tuned to the channel. We're going to have some coming up. If you made it this far, thanks so much for watching. I hope this video gave you a good high-level overview of the character creator and helping you get started in Baldur's Gate 3. If you found the video helpful, make sure to drop it a like. If you're new to the channel and you dig the content, make sure to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video or live stream.